my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. Okay, it is Grandma's Kitchen Day. Woohoo! Plus I got a few other things, and at the end will be a quilt parade of your block 3. So it is Grandpa Day. Yesterday was Grandma Day, today's Grandpa Day. So he gets his due. My grandpas, I called, it was Granny and Pappy. So Pappy is my dad's dad, and Nana and Pop-Pop. Pop-Pop was my my mom's dad. Bill, Big Bill, that's what everybody called him, Big Bill. He was a very tall man. And so they're great. They're great grandparents, very old school kind of grandparents, but I love them both so dearly. Okay, it's also Polka Dot Day. If you have a quilt with polka dots on it, please share in the Quilt Along with Pat Sloan group. I know we're going to be sharing blocks as well, but share your polka dot quilts. So I do want to say that we're not putting the blocks in immediately that you're finishing. Some of you are like, as soon as my video is done here, you're going to make it a block and wanting to share it. And we found that because like the first month this comes out, there is a lot of confusion with new people. New people can't seem to understand I have a website, who are on Facebook. You know, they don't necessarily watch my videos. And it's kind of like a different, there's a large group of a different type community there that don't watch videos. So I don't know why they don't watch them, but they don't. And so they end up being confused, and just, we found that if we just wait like a couple hours and then put the blocks in, it gets people kind of up to date that it's Wednesday and they see my post about it, and then they kind of get on board. And we'll probably just do that here in January. It's just seemed to help just a little bit to take the edge off of so many people going, where is this? What is that? Ah, you know, like that kind of a thing. You quilters, stop that. Just come to the website. It's so easy. Okay, what do we got? We got block number 4, which is called Half a Modern. So here it is in small scale. Here's the split out and half a modern. So what does that mean? These are all really personal stories. My Nana and Pop-Pop, my mom's parents, they had a lot of old-fashioned stuff in their house. They had the much older house is a duplex, so they shared like half of a house. And in the duplex, there was a very old kitchen and a very old bathroom. And they did what they called a half a modern update. So basically in the bathroom, they kept the clawfoot tub. There was no shower ever, and they put a new sink. And then probably got a new toilet too, but you know, they put a new sink. So that was like half a modern bathroom. They only had one bathroom in this place too, which was exciting when we were all there. And then Granny and Pappy had a much more modern home. But Nana and Papa also did a half a modern kitchen. They had more of a old-fashioned farmhouse kitchen, even though this is a city duplex. It was a shotgun house, you know, living room, family room in the middle, and then kitchen in the back where you ate. You know, it was big, so you ate in the kitchen. But what they did there is they put in a new countertop for the sink and the stove and a working counter. So that was their half a modern kitchen. Maybe they put some new flooring in. And that's pretty much the only upgrades they did to that home that I remember or knew of. So half a modern kitchen is my fun memories of those things. So here it is in repeat, and I wanted you to see this is like so cool. I would really love to make this one. You could even do it super scrappy. You could do it rainbow. You could do gradation of color, and there's a coloring page as well. So if you wanted to do something like that, you could just like color it, you know, like a gradation of colors, like sideways or top to bottom. But it'd be really fun to see this as a full quilt. All right. I need to focus more on color because of how everything is laid out. Blocks, as we're doing them, are not straight across because I didn't do the layout originally until I actually made some blocks. And so anyways, this is the layout. The blocks are placed kind of around, you know, they're not sequential. So let's look at the wall up close. so that I can just show you where my thought process is. So I thought I'd show you the design wall since we have to. We're going to talk about the blocks, but I have still up here the London blocks because I want to get to the next one. I just haven't taken them down because nothing else is far enough along that I need the wall. I put the binding up here for the Gratitude and Grace table runner. I have lost a place in my room for keeping this yardstick, so we put a screw through here. And Greg had to drill a hole because his yardstick did not have a hole. So it's going to hang there. And I've got the lemon blocks. What am I calling those blocks? I'll think of it. Lemonade, is that right? No. Oh my gosh, what am I calling them? Anyways, I want to get that project done. So I'm going to try to move forward a little bit faster on those. All right. So the blocks. Now, the thing is, colors wise, I want to be sure I'm balancing because there's so many different colors in this bundle. Block 3 is here. And we're going to do block 4, which will actually be directly underneath it. There is a little spacer, but color-wise, I do not want to use those colors. I want to use something else. There's purple on this line already, and then that means I could, kind of have everything else. So I kind of want to do not purple, not peach and green. And anything else is fair game as to what's in the collection. So we'll see what we have. So that means I need a certain set of colors. Like I'm going to be, as we're going through here, kind of working through things. So what do I have? So there's big half square triangles, and then the middle you can make 2 other fabrics. You could repeat the fabric, the darker fabric with a third fabric. How you can play around with that. But here are some colors that I haven't used yet. And I'm not going to use the white because the one right above it we did last week, I used a white background. And I don't want to use the ballerina pink. They don't make this particular piece anymore. So even though I have a big chunk, I'm being kind of frugal with it. And plus I used a white background above. Oh, anyways, I already said that. And so I pulled out these kind of yellowy greens. They're kind of intense, so that might be kind of fun to just put a little bit in the, where can I set this over here? Yeah, this is going to go over here. So it might be okay for in here. Maybe one of those might be this yellow. And then I already used the red in something, but I could do red and teal, light teal. I could do red and dark teal. I could do light teal and gray, or dark teal and gray, light teal and red. Did I say that already? Yeah. I'm kind of leaning to this, and then maybe put this two squares here, just out of this and as like a third color, and do these two, do them all the same 2 fabrics. So I was going to do them all the same 2 fabrics. They're big. They're large. They're 4.5 inches. So I could use the bigger scale for the red, and then I could do like a light. Yeah, like that would be good. So like these 2 for the half square triangles, and then in the middle. Do I want to do that? No, I don't like that now. I do no likey. All right, I could do. Okay. No likey the green either with that. What if I did the stripe? Oh, so the middle, if I did the stripe with the red, I don't think I want the red in the middle though. I think I just want 2 different fabrics. 2 different fabrics, maybe a little bit of gray, yeah, in the middle. These 2 in the middle, and then these are the big half square triangles. I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Here it is, just laid down, because I want to put this other color in the middle with that stripe and take a look at that, because I'm not really sure which one. You know, I pulled that gray, but I'm not, where's it at? So I didn't want to cut it because you don't have to. Just put the gray in the middle and audition like this. Be like, okay, that's better than I thought it was going to be. I was thinking, okay, but so I pulled the green because I thought, you know, it just needed more punch to it. Yeah. So the green is pretty good too, isn't it? It kind of pops a bit more. And then there's green in here. So I think I'm going to go with the green because it pops a bit more. So the other thing I want to refresh your memory, because especially maybe you didn't even look at the layout much yet. There is a layout where we're doing sort of multiple size block, not sort of, but multiple size blocks in an asymmetrical setting. And when I first wrote this back, 8 years ago or whatever, there's a group of people that just didn't like asymmetrical. And I thought, well, I can easily give you symmetrical, but it won't be as many blocks. Where's the page? So in this layout, there is a page, it's at the end. There's a page at the end, which is for symmetrical block, symmetrical quilt. Like all the blocks are the same size. And there are some of the blocks I do give you an alternate size, how to bring it up if you want. So there is this. Now, this particular block, we're going back to the asymmetrical. For those of you doing symmetrical, you're doing all 12-inch blocks. There you go. This next part won't matter to you because you're not going to need it. But if you are doing asymmetrical like I am, the pattern says, the layout says a partial block. And back when I wrote this originally, everything was on a blog post. There weren't videos. It was a totally different format because I was away from home most of the time, on the road working. So this time though, I went ahead in the pattern and added a page for the half a block because it's just part of the extension of that full layout. So here is, let me just get the half a block layout, and I am going to be doing the whole thing with the half a block. I'll show you them separated and then I'll go ahead and just sew them together because they're going to be together. But remember the full layout, where you could use the block and repeat. The half block is really two-thirds. It's two-thirds of the block. It'll be the next first column and second column. That filled in that space. Plus it makes that flow of that design work across a little bit more than it does on one block. So looking at this, you can see what you're going to do is create another center unit. You're going to create some more half square triangles, and you're not going to use one of them because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you make 2 at a time. So you're only going to use 5 of them, and you're going to be creating this partial block, 2/3 of a block, and that will go next to this one. Now, before we move on, before I sew this, and while it's here, I just want to say that it's laid out to be very fun and give this kind of a chevron. Let me get it right. There we go. It's got to go the right way. So it gives this chevron kind of feel because, normally you might see a block like this done with these turned. There you go. So that's a different look. It doesn't give the same feel because you don't get the interconnecting that this does. This creates that unit right here, which you don't get when they're just all going the same direction. So that is something to watch for because I think it's very easy. Your brain is going to maybe try to do that. And it's fine if you do it. You don't really have to undo it, but you're not going to have the same look as this block does. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew it. While I'm sewing this block, this is my view. This is our second snow for the year, and the one that's going to give us some Arctic temperatures for my area. I know some of you get snow all the time, but others of you rarely get any snow. We're kind of in that middle ground where sometimes we get some snow, but not that often. So yeah, it looks like it's going to do a little something out there. Getting a little accumulation going. Just a little snowflakes out there. They can go tomorrow. That'd be fine. They can say goodbye tomorrow. Okay, here's the block. Half a modern kitchen. I kind of feel like this block gives that kind of funky feel of a half a modern kitchen. Remember to keep the dark on the top. If you get it around like this and then you're doing the half block and it's sort of not working, take a look at the colors because you want to be sure that you're getting it right. And then here is the half block. So now let's take a look at it down here so that you can see them really together, which also shows you what it would look like as a full quilt. So there you go. See, now as a full quilt, this would be a whole row of these, and then what I have is like a spacer, like a sashing underneath it between them. So you do rows of this. You could do all kinds of scrappy darks and then maybe have the same light and the same centers so that you could use up a bunch of kind of larger scraps because this takes the 5-inch squares. Super cool. Super cool. And I will take a picture of it separate because if you're doing all 12-inch blocks, this is the block. If you're doing the asymmetrical layout, you will sew the partial block onto here like this. And don't forget to go visit Kendall, my friend Kendall Taylor's YouTube channel where he sews my Block Wednesdays. He also sews a lot of other projects for his own channel that are a lot of fun. He has a spinning wheel he does for one of them to kind of pick the block. It's pretty fun. So you want to go over and hang out there. Tomorrow will be Gratitude and Grace, the table runner. I've got some of the how I made some Franken batting for it, 100 blocks, and I'm going to start the next block for London town all tomorrow. And I don't have anything yet for my studio clear out because I still have a bunch of stuff in the living room due to the weather and schedules. I've not been able to meet up with my friend to get rid of the bulk of it. So that will, I need to get that done and then I can show you things. All right, we're going to go see a block parade. Woo! Let's go. We start off with Barb's, and this is her Nana's key holder, and it used to be at her side door. Oh, isn't that sweet? So sweet to have that. My friend Barbara, who is our ambassador as well, with her teal and white blocks. Oh, each week it's like so exciting. Which teal is Barbara going to use? Here's Billy's blocks. They are so pretty. Love that gray in there, gray and gold. Brenda's soft, gorgeous blocks. Oh, this is going to be such a pretty quilt. Such a pretty quilt. I think she said here, yes, she's using leftover fabrics from 2 different bundles and that coordinate together. So that's awesome. Let's see, Carol's. She had a note that she remembers her grandma having glass bowls with things in it. And her grandma had 11 children. So, wow, maybe that was the best way to manage that, right? Beautiful blocks. Charisse, oh, look how exciting this block is. So fun. All those cute prints and a gorgeous helper. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Sweet. Here is Sherry's. Oh my. I love it. So pretty. That pink and that kind of swirly. It almost looks like a long arm pattern on the black. So cute. Sharina's, lovely. Oh my gosh, the pinks, and I think that's probably a dark gray because I know that that's a black, the floral. Beautiful. Cindy's cute blocks. She's got that rocking those chickens. Oh my goodness, and the black gingham in there is perfect. Cindy's blocks are so pretty. She has cute doggy fabric. Oh my goodness, in her block 3, the key holder. Look at the doggy fabric. Adorable. Dawn's doing red and white. Oh, love it. And the star on the left top, that outer red, is my fabric line. Here are Debbie's sweet blocks together. Look how pretty that stripe is and the blue addition. This is going to be gorgeous. I'm saying that about everybody's. And here is her key holder. I love it. Jackie's gorgeous red and aqua, red and turquoise. They look amazing. Janie's is just, look at the yellow. I love that pop of yellow, and it's bringing the yellow from that floral fabric. Gorgeous. Jen's, look at her picture. Look how pretty this is. She has, I'm looking at everything but the block right now. That card holder in the back. Okay, you have to tell us. Leave me a comment. Do you own that card holder, or are you like at somewhere else where that is? That is so cool. Your block is gorgeous, by the way. Jessica's blue. Oh, look at the butterflies in there. Love it. Julie's block is very, very much a kitchen vibe, don't you think? Love this. Oh my goodness, with the cherries and the bowls. Looks like Pyrex bowls and ceramic bowls. Got little cherries on the bowls even. Karen's blocks are inspired by her grandma's dishes, if I got that right. And here is one of the dishes. Love that. Kathy's got some keys. Look at those keys, those skeleton keys. My pop-up had skeleton keys, and I've been fascinated by them all my life. The green in here is fantastic. Pop in that green. Really love it. Kelly Ann's block is so soft and pretty, warm and cozy. I had a note here. She said her parents had a key holder by the door on the way to the carport. I loved hearing that you say carport, because it's like not something I hear a lot lately, and my granny and pappy had a carport. Nana and Pop-Up had neither. They had no garage, no carport. So yeah, super nice to see that. Here is Kendall's block, and he does a video of making the block, so you want to be sure to go and visit him, my buddy Kendall. Kimberly's 3 blocks together with the turquoise and the cinnamon color. Oh, love it. Love it, love it. My friend Laura, who is another one of our ambassadors, here is her beautiful block. Just, I love that gingham in there. And she cuts it so nice and straight. For those of you who like to see that. Lisa's. Now she's, I love the blocks, totally love the blues and the, in here. And she's starting her sashing, so you can see that on the top block. Loretta's, wow, wow. I think these are Tilda fabrics. I know at least the lady with the parasol is. Oh, they are amazing. This is going to be a gorgeous quilt. Maria, look how pretty these are. And she's doing blue for her key holder block. Love that. Mary's, so pretty. Look how pretty these are. And she also shared her key holder. Look at the cute little cottage. Lots of keys. Ruth's block. Another blue. So I'm like attracted to the blue for some reason today. The blue and the brown on with the white. It's wonderful. Sally's 3 blocks. Look at these. She's really got some great fussy cutting going on with the centers and the butterflies. And this week there are buttons in there. And she did make a note when she posted that the buttons are directional. So she had to be on top of her A game if she wanted them all the same way. Sandra's, oh, look at this. And she had a beautiful piece of pottery. I didn't write a note about the pottery, so I can't remember if that has significance or not. But be sure you go to the group, Quilt Alone with Pat Sloan, then you'll know everything. My friend Suzanne, who is also one of our ambassadors. See, blue again. Look at that. Love the block. Just a few more. Here is Terry's with a gorgeous big print in the yellow with like dandelions that are in seed, and then the black has the dandelions blowing. So fun. Chris's blue block. It looks like Delft pottery to me, the Dutch pottery. That blue and white, blue and off-white. My block for Grandma's Kitchen, the key holder. As always, your blocks are so fun and amazing and inspiring. It is so great to see them in different colors, and right now with just 3 blocks there, and those we're getting to see pictures with a lot of them together, which is so cool. Did I tell you about my shirt? This is the other version of the brand new shirt available in my friend Kate Spain's store. She hosts it, she designs them for me, for my community, and then they run on her website, and she and her husband Pete run her business, which she's a graphic artist and has her designs on all different things in the world, including some quilt fabric. So you want to take a look at that when you go over to her website. Alrighty, you've got inspiration now. If you need to do one of those first 3 blocks, get that done too. And then block number 4, Half a Modern Kitchen. Tell me about your grandma's kitchen. Was it modern, not modern? Tell me something when you share your block over at Quilt Along with Pat Sloan. So I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being here in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.